We are going to test it here on the court. In these initial hits, we find that it's a racket that offers less ball output. We need to strike it a little longer, as you can see, to be able to put it to the opponent's side. Yes, it's true that its handling is pretty simple. But it's not so easy with these slow strikes to get it to the other side of the court. In the back of the court, it's a racket that doesn't assist us much. You have to lengthen the stroke a lot, probably because of the density of the inner rubber. We are rating it a 5.5. We're going to test it now in volley. We've set up the machine to pitch us random balls, which are random, to observe the control. We see that the racket doesn't respond as well as what I expected. It does respond quite well. It gives you a lot of control at the net. But I still notice that when I want to give it a little more power, it doesn't respond as I expect, especially when I want to give it a little more force. As for the volley, I was expecting more power. I thought that the high density of the outer rubber would help a bit more, as it is a racket that in principle is oriented more to the attacking stroke. But it's not like that. We are rating it a 6.8. As for the wall descent, is a racket that I want to highlight because it has a lot of control. I would say a lot of control, and at the same time, when I want to print speed, it responds quite well. Yes, the ball comes out fast. If you catch it where it hits, it responds perfectly. It will be one of the shots. What would stand out the most in this racket, in addition to those we will see now? The tray, the viper, and the hook. You're going to have a good grade. As for descending the wall, it is a racket that responds quite well. It has a lot of control on the balls that we give it speed. It works very well. We're going to give it a 7.5. As for the layup Viper hook, which we are going to see in these shots, it is a racket that we are going to highlight. It is going to be, for me, the best shot of this racket. It allows you to give it a lot of speed. It allows you to have a lot of control in every hit. At all levels, let's take it high to tighten it. Let's take it a little lower at the tray level. Even on the hook, it has a lot of control. Being a racket also weighing 365 grams, it is not very stubborn. We can control it quite well, and we can say that it is the shot that I am liking the most about this racket. As for the layup Viper hook shots, it is what I would highlight most about this racket. It helps us a lot. It has a lot of control. If we demand a little more from it, the ball comes out quite well. It is the best score we are going to give it. Give the shovel, we are going to give it a 7.8. In the finish, although it is a paddle racket that is oriented towards attack, it is not your standard blow. We are going to give it a 7.2. In terms of maneuverability of the racket, it is a fairly manageable racket despite having a diamond format. Purely because of its low weight, we are going to give it a 6.8. As for the sweet spot, it is true that it is a paddle racket that penalizes us quite a bit if we do not play within the sweet spot. Although it is a sweet spot that is quite wide, we are going to give it a 7.2. Finally, in terms of ball output, it is something that has left me a little confused because I expected it to have a little bit, that it would help us a little more at the ground stroke level. It is true that the ball stays a lot in defensive hits. We are going to give it a 6.5.